Nuclear fuels and wind are two of the energy sources used to generate electricity in the UK. Explain the advantages. Right, let's just get this right, because I think you can learn a lot from the question here. Explain the advantages of using energy from nuclear fuels to generate electricity rather than using energy from the wind. Okay, so we're after advantages. Include in your answer a brief description of the process used to generate electricity from nuclear fuels. So really they want us to say, because there's a lot of marks in this question, so we want 4 things to say really. So let's go for the second bit first. A brief description of the process. Okay, let's deal with the heat to begin with. So nuclear fuels create heat by nuclear fission. This heat turns water to steam, which then turns a turbine and creates electricity using a generator. Okay, now let's move on to the advantages. What advantages? Let's just try and outline 2, possibly 3 advantages here. So input how about we put creates electricity no matter what the weather is. A single nuclear power station, of course, creates vastly more energy than a wind turbine. So I put here creates more electricity. And I suppose controversially, I suppose you could put something about it, what it looks like, or maybe say something about shipping, maybe, because many wind turbines are out at sea. So doesn't cause a problem to shipping. I'm not sure about that last one, but I think, to be honest, you've done it. You've got your full marks by the time you've got to here. But as we had some space, it doesn't hurt to put an extra something in. Right, and the final last little bit of this. Again, a 2-mark question here. In the UK, most electricity is generated in power stations that emit carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The impact of these power stations on the environment could be reduced by the use of carbon capture technology. Describe how carbon capture would prevent the buildup of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So again, there's 2 marks, isn't it? So I don't think it's really asking us about the greenhouse effect and global warming. I think we just have to say what we understand by the word carbon capture. So the CO2 in the atmosphere I don't know if I like that. The CO2 emitted from the power station, there we go. Is collected and stored, not put into the atmosphere. Do you know, I started off by saying write nothing about the greenhouse effect, but I've got a little bit of space here, so just in case I'm going to squeeze that in. The stored CO2 cannot contribute to global warming via the greenhouse effect. I said I'd give you a code, didn't I, for listening to all the questions. The code is Logic 7B.